Hey guys, my name is Tanner. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be showcasing the multi-buffer from Pinstripe Pedals. I recently added this buffer to my board and I have people asking me about it all the time. So I thought it would make sense to make a video about it to showcase what this pedal does and why I've added it to my normal rotation. All right, let's dive in. All right, before I get into the demo, I did want to talk through what this buffer actually does kind of on paper and how I feel it affects my tone. So to start, Pinstripe hand builds all of these buffers as well as their other products, and they have very high quality switches and connectors. That's one thing that kind of made me really want to try their products, is just with the quality of craftsmanship. So it's a high current buffer signal splitter for use in multiple scenarios. It's powered just like any other pedal on a pedal board. Most pedals are 9-volt DC, and that's how this pedal is as well. There's no need for any special adapters. Obviously, it's a pretty small pedal, so it fits easily on a crowded pedal board. I especially like how it has the jacks and inputs on the side of the pedal, so it really allows for the pedal to be maneuvered into even the most crowded pedal board. All right, guys, we're going to get a little nerdy here. So the M buffer uses a genuine Jensen transformer for the cleanest, clearest signal and the greatest noise rejection. So at a basic level, Jensen transformers transfer audio signals via magnetic induction. This is going to allow the signal to pass through while isolating that signal, blocking hum, buzz, and ground loops to preserve the integrity of your tone. So this results in a cleaner, clearer, and more reliable signal. Output 1 on the M buffer right here. It's the one that's the standard output here, is a low impedance TS output. And then output 2, which is going to be this output here, if my camera will focus, is the same buffer as output 1, but it adds that Jensen line isolation transformer to allow ground lift and polarity reversal functions. This is useful when combining 2 amps for greater tonal effect. Output 2 is on an isolated 1/4 inch switchcraft jack that can be used in either a TS or TRS configuration. So the TS cable obviously is your standard instrument cable. The TRS allows for the stereo option with it. One other thing about output 2, it can be used as an active DI for recording and allows for balanced connection via TRS or using a TRS to XLR adapter, which is available separately. All right, guys, let's dive into this demo. So I'm going to be using this buffer in the beginning of my pedal chain. I'm going to be demoing it through my current signal chain, which is going to include an Aguilar tone hammer. I'm going to also demo it with a SoloDallas Bass X for the second different variation of how this can be utilized. I'm also going to be using the Lollar Fuzz for my third. I like the two of these pedals together because the Bass X kind of gives you a boosted mid-range. The Lollar gives you more of a scooped mid-range. And so that's going to give a really nice demonstration of how this pedal affects the different drives. And then I'm going to follow up at the end with the EHX micro synth, which is going to give kind of an all-out aggressive tone. All right, to start this demo, I'm going to show you what my tone sounds like without the buffer. Then I'm going to show you the output 1 and then output 2, and I'll run through each of the pedals I just listed, and I'll make sure to label them on the video so that you guys know exactly what's going on. I think this is going to really help showcase the power of this pedal. And I'll go through a bit of how I feel it's affected my tone, some things that I've noticed, and kind of the reason why I have it on my board as a must-have. Also for this demo, I'm going to be using a bass built by Puleo guitars. It's going to be a passive Fender J bass with 60s style Lollar pickups. I also am going to be running the middle pickup full, going to be running the back pickup all the way off, and then I'm going to be running my tone knob all the way up. All right, let's dive in. All right, so here's some of my takeaways. I prefer output 1 personally for live music playing. That's primarily what I'm doing. I do a little bit of studio work, and I do actually like the Jensen tone in that setting. So I think that both can be utilized. I personally prefer output 1. For me, the buffer feels like it actually adds depth to my drives. I noticed the biggest difference with the Bass X and then the Lollar Fuzz, as well as the micro synth. It just feels like it kind of like opened up a whole new level for the pedals. I feel personally like it improved my tone overall by a pretty decent percentage. But yeah, I think this is a must-have for any board that I'm building at this point. And if you guys are interested in grabbing a multi-buffer, this is not a paid video. This is just strictly me loving this product and endorsing it because I really, really love it. If you guys are interested, check the description below. I threw on my Pinstripe shirt too, just for to add some support there. Jump into the description down below. I've linked my Instagram. I've also linked Pinstripe, the website where you can pick up a multi-buffer among other products that he sells. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to help you take your bass tone to the next level. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment or hop on my Instagram, and we'll see you soon.